As we all know, the only people they represent, and trying to say this better, is the Irish government. They don't represent anybody else. OT doesn't represent the people. They do everything they can to just make the people feel so down in this country they can't say anything against OT. Because again, OT shows utter contempt to you and I, the people who pay them. But yeah, this just goes to show you, OT just doesn't care. OT on New Year's Eve, going into New Year's Day, the New Year's Eve countdown. I wasn't watching it personally, but I know a lot of people who were, and they were very offended by it. The only thing I have to say to OT, where was the Middle Eastern religions? Where were they? People, Middle Eastern religions. There was no mention of them. I was surprised they didn't mention them. They mentioned God to try and knock down Catholics. Again, they're trying to get the knockdown on Catholics. The majority of this country is Catholic, Irish Catholics. And I'm sure every one of them were very offended by what they said about God. And again, how long it took OT to apologise for this is ridiculous. Because again, if this was the other Middle Eastern religions, I'm not going to say too much, but I don't think they would do it. I don't think they would do it. But they do it to God because again, it shows sort of contempt to you and I, the people. But yeah, they basically said about God, and this is the disgraceful thing, especially on New Year's Eve going into New Year's Day. They said, he was more or less called him a sexual predator. In other words, they might as well say straight, and forgive me for saying it, but that's more or less what OTE described it as. I don't know who in OTE said, oh, this is a great idea. I don't know what they were trying to say. Are they trying to say that Christians are not a good religion? Are they trying to say other religions should come into Ireland and take over? Is that more or less what they're trying to say? I don't know. OTE, I don't know who was on Met in OTE trying to think of an idea. Because there's a lot more things they could have said. And they have endless amount of things to talk about with politics, Leo Varadkar, the rest that they can make it much laugh if they want. Because this government we have at the moment are the biggest pile of clowns you ever could find. And they don't do it. They choose to go after innocent religion that represents, I suppose, peace and harmony. Help with thy neighbour and the rest of that. But again, this is OT for you. Because again, they didn't take. Again, they don't take. Because they don't think they're accountable. They really don't think they're accountable to you and I, the people who pay them. Is there anybody else outside in the Middle East they think they're accountable? They wouldn't say boo against them. But again, this is OT for you. And again, I think OT has apologised. In fairness, they took about 6 years to apologise. But in fairness, they did apologise about a few hours ago. Which is why I'm making this. And obviously the Archbishop of Dublin and everybody was questioning them on them. Which is why, and I knew I was questioning them on it. Which was why, because I didn't hear Fine Gael, Fianna Fáil. Did anybody hear Fine Gael, Fianna Fáil, Leo Varadkar, Micheál Martin? Did any of them hear them marching up the band? No, Micheál Martin and Leo didn't say boo against it. In fairness, I knew Paddy Bean, they spoke up. They had a petition online and got a good lot of signatures. But in fairness, they were the only party that stood up. I could only see them stand up. They were the only party I could see. Maybe there was other parties and I didn't see them standing up. But the Irish Freedom Party. Now don't quote me. Maybe they did to the Irish Freedom Party. It could have been. Actually, I'm thinking back. I think it was the Irish Freedom Party. I don't know. Maybe I can't remember. I remember seeing a new one because I remember signing the petition for a new one. But it could be the Irish Freedom Party could have talked about too. I don't quote me on that. I'm not too sure actually. I'm actually trying to remember that. I think it could have been. I don't quote me if I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Sorry. Might not be 100% right in that statement there, but I think the Irish. I don't know. I'm not going to get myself in a trying with this. But again, it was very very. I suppose in your face. Not much respect, but then again, OT never did have much respect for you and I. We know that with the little party they had. They probably had a big Christmas party during New Year's. I wouldn't be surprised. Just a joke, It's just a joke. It's really, really just a joke. And I know people say people get offended too easily because it's just some people. One person said on Twitter, and it's just a laugh for Christmas, New Year. It's not the point. It's really, really not the point, and they're missing the point here. They wouldn't do it to any other religion. I never heard OT say boo against any other religion. I never heard they said boo. Like, honest to God, I wouldn't say boo against any other religion. And that's just the thing. That's just the thing. Fair is fair. If you're going to make fun of one religion, you make fun of the rest of the religions. But they don't do that. They pick one out because they pick one that they know they can offend many people by, but they don't pick out one that will cause a lot of trouble over. But anyway, but would this cause a lot of trouble? But I'm sure you know what I'm saying. But yeah, that's all really what to say. I'm sorry if I probably maybe was there. I don't know actually. I'm trying to remember that. But anyway, let me know what you think. Because I think it was very disgusting for OT to say and for OT to do. But then again, nothing out of OT surprises me nowadays. Because they don't really take, and again, this is the thing, they don't represent anybody but the government and spin in some kind of narrative. That's all they do. Spin, 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 spin. In fairness, 600 people did complain to OT about it, which really kind of kicked them up the hole and made them respond. But yeah, in fairness, hopefully they learn the lesson, but I don't think they will. But anyway, OT might learn the lesson, but anyway, as I say, OT is fake news. Great times now. Thank you.